Hi, Scorpio Sun and Rising. Welcome to your February 2022 Astral Update. It's Raina here. I kind of forgot about you. Anyway, the month of February begins with a new moon. Actually, for those of you in my time zone of the Midwest, west of me, it's going to be on January 31st. For the rest of the world, it'll be on February 1st. And it'll be a new moon at 12 degrees of Aquarius, which I think is right around the degree of the Mercury retrograde back in mid-January. So that might hold some information there too. So for Scorpio, this is your fourth house of home and family. A new moon here could be a new residence, a new opportunity for a place to live. There's the thing about it though is because of the Mercury retrograde, there might have been something that slipped through the cracks, and so it's something that you would have to resolve. The thing with Mercury is that it's going to take a few weeks for it to get back up to speed. And at the beginning of the month, it's back in Capricorn. So it's still, even when it goes direct on the 3rd, you still may have a couple of weeks to when it goes back into that 4th house. And that means, Mercury can be contracts. So just realize that with that new moon, it's occurring during a Mercury retrograde. So it's not to say that things can't move forward, but it might be longer than typical. On the 3rd, Mercury does station direct at 24 degrees of Capricorn, which is your 3rd house. This is the house of communication, brothers and sisters, social media. Brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. And this is another issue that can come up, is that there are family issues going on here because we have a lot going on in that 3rd house. We have Venus and Mars there, and that can create, maybe you have an ally among family members, and maybe there's some people that you're sparring with, and it's kind of like sifting through the war zone or something, because the 4th house can be the mother. We can just say parents if we want to just keep it more general, but the 3rd house can be siblings. So there might be some situation with them that is back and forth. And with the Mercury retrograde in the 4th house, beginning in the 4th house, maybe even some kind of misunderstanding with your mother that leads to conflict with siblings. And these things can get resolved. It just might take a little bit of time. So Mercury is beginning its forward motion on the 3rd in that 3rd house, and it's the house that it rules. So it can also involve sales, contracts, paperwork. On the 14th, Mercury goes back into Capricorn. Into Aquarius, into the 4th house. And this can lead to resuming talks with the mother, resuming a contract. Maybe it finally is getting fleshed out, whereas before there were problems with it somehow. And on the 16th, there is a full moon at 28 degrees of Leo. So here is the other side of the coin. This is going to be the 10th house of career. This could be very good for Scorpios, the pinnacle of your success. Some major recognition. For some people, this is a major transition. So going into retirement is an example of that, if you are in that phase of life. But for people who are still working, it could be like leaving a profession that you've had for many years to go to a new one. And that can be exciting too, because you may be tired of the same old, and are looking forward to new challenges and new opportunities. And so it's not something bad to leave something behind. It can be very exciting and invigorating. But it could certainly be success in your current field. It could be a promotion. You could be gaining some kind of prominence or in your stature in your field. The 10th house is status and things like that. Fame. I don't know how many people would have that, but yeah, I mean, depending on what you're doing. And then on the 18th, the sun goes into Pisces, and that is a fun place. The 5th house of creativity, love, children. So, kind of like hobbies and things that people do for pleasure. So as we go into March, you're going to be having a great time, Scorpio. So it might be a little bit, I don't know, funky, if you will, if you are dealing with family issues that are not so pleasant, and maybe things got lost in translation, or there just is something where you finally are standing your ground if you've been dealing with something for a while. But I think things will improve towards the end of the month into March, and you may be looking at getting prepared to move into a new home, or you're already doing so. So it's a great opportunity for domestic affairs as well as your career, that's for sure. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care.